Let's talk a little bit about, I guess, your volunteers and,
Yeah.
and your experiences with that, because again, this is this is complicated machinery.
It is.
I mean,
It is.
it's there's a lot of gears and moving motors and stuff like that, and lenses, cameras, all that. It's not as simple as somebody just walking up and going, okay, here's some pan bars, or maybe it is as simple as pan bars.
Can be.
Yeah.
It depends on how you look at it, and depends on the volunteer's experience. So,
Right.
If I get a volunteer who does this for a living, they run camera, or they've done this in the past.
Right.
That's one thing.
Right.
98% of our volunteers don't know how a camera operates.
Right.
They do something totally different throughout the week. And what we discovered is, from a training perspective, and even from just an enjoyability perspective, it is, so imagine you're a brand new volunteer. You're going to come and work with us here at Prestonwood.
Yeah.
And we have a traditional camera set up. And we're going to stick you down there in front of all these pews on this machine
Right.
that you are having to learn how
front of
to
6,000
operate
people.
with all of the different muscle coordination you have to learn.
Yeah.
And you've got 5,000 people staring at the back of your head.
Yeah.
Whether they are or not, a lot of them are, because
Right.
you're physically in front of them.
Right.
So the intimidation factor of that was a major problem. We've had quite a few volunteers over the years who just, it's not that they can't run the camera, they just don't like the stress of being out here in the room. And so we have to find somewhere else for them to serve in the control room.
Right.
Well, now, down in the control room, which we'll go check out in a little bit,
Okay.
we've got 3 operating stations.
Yeah.
And you sit in a nice, comfortable chair in a nice, dark environment with your screens in front of you.
Yeah.
And on top of that, you've got joysticks.
Right.
Everybody's used a joystick at some point. I had breakfast with a volunteer just last week, and he was our first volunteer that came on once we switched over to robotics. So he was our guinea pig in all of this.
That's smart, yeah.
And he told me, he said, I'm a gamer.
Oh, yeah, so it's
And
just natural, right?
All of the parts of it just made sense to
Right.
him, And so then we're only having to talk about, we're spending more time talking about, good shooting technique and things like that, and composition, as opposed to how to actually operate the camera.
Right.
The software helps a lot with that. The hardware is really quality. On top of that, now we're only looking at 3 operators that are operating 9 cameras. Whereas before, if we had 9 cameras, we would need 9 operators.
Right.
It allows us to, we didn't take anything away from anybody. It allows us to schedule them better.
Right.
It allows us to cross-train them and let them serve in other areas of the ministry as well.
Right.
So it's really worked out very, very nicely.